Also subscribe on YouTube. We're putting out more videos,
which is pretty dope as far
pretty
as I'm
dope.
concerned.
Sure. Videos to watch. You want to, shorter.
You got some in the hopper too, right?
I got a few in the hopper, yeah. I have like 3 in the hopper, which is kind of different.
Do you think you should prioritize and execute?
Yeah.
Or do you just like creating 3 different things at the same time?
No, because a lot of time, and this may or may not be the most disciplined approach, but I like kind of go with the wave, So it's like, oh man, this one really, like I'm feeling this one, So let's make that one into a video, and I just start, and then I'll get hit with something else that you said or whatever.
Just all these artistic things you got going on in your mind.
I guess.
I do that with books. This is, I read a lot of books, and I will definitely read a book, and if it's kind of slow moving, I'll read another book at the same time, and then when I get bored with one, I start reading the other one. I can have up to 3 books going at the same time. So that's actually not a bad idea.
There you go. See, and mine is a lot like, I just figure if you're real into it,
do it.
It comes out like better. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's what it feels like anyway. So I'm gonna stick with that for right now, unless it produces roadblocks, and then we'll change the strategy. But they are coming along. Videos, YouTube. Subscribe if you haven't already. If you're in the mood to support, you're under no obligation to subscribe to anything, by the way.
Of course.
But if you're in
freedom
the mood,
of choice.
Totally. Also, Jocko has a store. It's called Jocko Store. URL jockostore.com. We have shirts. If you like t-shirts, cool. Multi-dimensional, multi-layered, philosophically layered t-shirts. Some travel mugs on there. The travel mugs, we're still working on it.
What was the layer I was telling you about the other day?
Which one?
I don't know. I was talking about a layer. There's layers and things. Oh, this is what it was. The book, Way the Warrior Kid. Mm-hmm. There's a layer here. Because the illustrator for the book of Way the Warrior Kid is a guy by the name of John Bozak. Mm-hmm. John Bozak was my brother growing up. My friend growing up. Good friend. One of my best friends growing up. And when we were kids, we were in hardcore bands and we were playing rock and roll music and stuff. And one of the bands that we were in was a little band called Bronson's Children. So the layer here is, one day I posted a picture of an old silkscreen t-shirt for Bronson's Children.
Yes.
Which I think we should personally reproduce.
Yeah, we're going to look into that one.
Get after it. Because Charles Bronson was awesome, right? Mm-hmm. He was a legit guy. He wasn't an actor like we have nowadays that were like, oh, I'm an actor. No, he was like, oh, I was a tail gunner in World War II, barely survived, and I came back and got a job making movies about badasses. That's Charles Bronson. Yeah. By the way, grew up in, he was like a coal miner. He was in the mines in some steel town in Pennsylvania, barely spoke English because he was a Polish immigrant. Anyways, with an attitude like that's why that band was named Bronson's Children. Yeah, so the layer here is, interestingly enough, because I don't have a lot of friends, right? Never have. But the layer here is the few friends that I have, I'm good friends with.
Yeah. Goes deep.
Yeah. And so that old Bronson's Children t-shirt silkscreen was designed by my guy that was in the band with me, whose name is John Bozak, who now has illustrated Way of the Warrior Kid. Dang, that's some layers.
That's like layers that's
layers.
Good.
So cool.
Just did a good job there. Just good.
Yeah, it's awesome.
But yeah,
layers. Sorry,
layers. Yeah. Hey, let's go back to the store real quick. The shirts, whatever, they have layers. Cool. If you listen, these layers, or you'll pick up on them, which is, I guess kind of makes it fun.
By the way, I have never thought these layers were super deep, right? I think you think the layers are deeper than I think they are.
Yeah, I do.
The one that I kind of was a little bit, I liked was the layers on the equal sign, on discipline equals freedom, and you made it like a barcode, which matches the layers of the font, which is OCR. Mm-hmm. Standard, which can be read by a computer just like the equal sign, apparently by the barcode. So I like where you're coming from. There's some layers there.
Yeah, the like OCR standard, the original font, the first font.
You know what we should do is next t-shirt, let me help you put layers in it.
Yeah.
And then we can not say what the layers are and have people report the layers.
Yeah. Actually, the good shirt layers apparently are kind of deep, because I've got more than one inquiry about this. They're like, hey, did you realize that the word good is spelled backwards? It's like, I don't know if that's a mistake. I don't care. It's a cool shirt, but it's spelled backwards. And I was like, yeah, no, man, it's for you. That message is for you telling yourself that, but it's kind of Jocko saying it. That's why you look at it in the mirror. It's not for other people to show your cool shirt. Sort of is, but that message, anyway.
So you
layers.
Yeah, I didn't think that was too subtle though.
Hey man, to each their own. Certain people see, people are different. Their minds, some are creative in different ways. I'm gonna come
up with a shirt that's got layers.
layers for days.
People are gonna have to do analytics and analysis of the layers on the shirt.
Yeah, man. Good idea. We're gonna do it.
You have a shirt that's so layered that no one understands what it is. Yeah, sometimes that happens in literature. Just when I was going to college, something that had so many layers. I'd say, you know what? This has so many layers. It's not worth it. Yeah. If you have to break out a microscope to see the layers, why put them in there?
I know,
if
man.
4 people on planet Earth are going to understand the layers you put in this crazy poem that you wrote, why did you do that? Was that good? If only 4 people can get it? No, it's bad.
Yeah. Well, it's bad for our thing. I want the people to wind up getting it.
I want some people to be able to get them.
Yeah,
I think layers should be a little bit harder to see.
Yeah, like
that's what I
Easter
think.
Eggs kind.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, you don't need to. I guess you don't need to.
For a while, you weren't talking about the layers. You thought that was too much.
Layers came back. I didn't want anyone to go into layer fatigue or nothing like this. But yeah, they're back. Anyway, layers on the t-shirt. They're good. They're quality shirts. They're not like the cheap. I didn't go to Target and buy a bunch of undershirts and then let's spray paint them in the garage.
No.
They're good. They're good. Anyway, jockostore.com. Some hoodies on there, some patches, some cool patches, and rash guards. Just take a browse. Don't buy anything. I'm not saying go buy something. I'm saying look at it. You like something, you're in the mood to support, get something. Get something in return. There you go.